Gio arrives at the gallery with his violin to see Trina. Trina says she's talked him up to Ava, but she can't make any promises. Ava comes out, and Trina introduces him to Ava. Ava says she needs someone to provide background music for an opening she's having, and Trina explains Gio got a full ride to PCU for their music program. Ava learns Gio considers Sonny his uncle, even though he's an honorary member of the family, and that he paid for much of his schooling. Ava says he's a generous man. Gio steps aside to tune up, and Trina tells Ava not to feel obligated to use him. He returns and asks for any requests. Ava asks for something that puts people in the mood to buy expensive art. He says he's got the song and plays a tune. Ava gives him the job, and they step into the back to talk numbers for this gig. Joss stops in and asks Trina if she's ready to go apartment shopping. Trina tells Joss that Gio just auditioned for Ava, and she was right about him. He's not just good, he's an artist. Gio returns and asks if Joss is here to look at art. Joss says no and explains that she and Trina are looking for apartments. Joss' phone pings, and 2 of 3 listings they were to look at have been taken. Gio knows a great apartment over the Quartermain's garage is available. Gio shows them the apartment and says Ned offered it to him. But Aunt Olivia and Lois want him in the main house. He doesn't know if the Quartermains will want to rent it, but with Joss' brother being Michael, there is a good chance. Gio excuses himself to tape a call, and Joss says she's loving the apartment. She asks why Trina isn't saying anything. Is she having second thoughts? Or is she worried about moving on? Trina says this place seems too good to be true. Joss thinks she's due for something like that. Gio returns and asks what they think of the place. Joss knows how she feels, and Trina says she's in as well. Joss says she'll talk to Michael, and he'll do anything for her, so this place is basically theirs. Joss and Trina hug. Christina visits Alexis in her office and asks her mom what will happen to the baby if Molly and TJ break up. Alexis asks where this is coming from, so Christina tells her about Molly's visit and wonders what if Molly didn't want a marriage because she always feared they'd drift apart. Alexis calls that speculation. Christina says she has to be prepared to figure out what to do if it happens. Alexis asks what she wants her to do. Christina needs to know what happens if Molly and TJ split up, as she told her the only people with legal claims to this child are her and TJ. She asks if TJ and Molly split up, does TJ have to share custody with her? Alexis says she is jumping way ahead of things. Christina wants to protect this child and make sure it stays in their family. Alexis admits these questions have been her worst nightmare since this surrogacy began, and she will not take sides and don't ask her to choose between her daughters. Christina says she's not asking her to choose, and she's already freaked out about delivering this baby in August. She says now she doesn't know if TJ and Molly will make it, so she needs to know her rights. Alexis has some bookmarks to relevant statutes, which she's saved since this began, and sends them to her. Alexis also asks her to think long and hard about the promises she made and the consequences if she breaks them. Christina heads out. At Finn's, he wakes up hungover and is startled when Violet calls out to him. Finn gets up and begins chugging water. She notices her dad is thirsty and asks if they can go to the pool now. He has no recollection of promising her they'd go to the pool. She tells him that he said they would go after his nap. Finn asks for a hug, and he says he loves her so much. He also apologizes if he's been sad lately. She knows it's because of Grandpa. Finn asks her to give him 10 minutes to clean up, and they'll go to that pool. At Perks, Chase brings up his fight with Finn to Liz and how belligerent he got. Liz tells him about Jake seeing Finn come out of a bar with another woman, so she went to his apartment and found the 2 of them drunk and on the couch. Liz says he didn't even know her name. Chase says he's so sorry, and he saw a bottle and 2 glasses, but it didn't register. She says she just came from her first Al-Anon meeting, and she learned she can't say Finn, and she can't subject her children to him. Chase gets why she did what she ended things, but he can't end things with Finn as he's his brother. He just needs to find a way to get through to him. Liz says she hasn't stopped caring for Finn, but she has seen him addicted before when he was with her sister. She saw the same denial from him last night that she did back then. Liz tells Chase he's not responsible for his brother. Chase still won't drop his brother.